shocking. I mean, I was shocked for days. I walked around in shock. What have I done to myself? What will it mean? Will I end up in a dialysis unit? Well, how much insulin will I have to give myself one day? How could I have done this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? So I was full of a lot of self-blame, and I wasn't hopeful. I just saw this difficult, difficult future. This is what I get for being overweight. I weighed 100, and at that time I weighed 170 pounds, almost 171 pounds. And I thought, well, I've done this to myself. Now what am I going to do? I got the flyer and I called you. And I remember getting off the phone and I told this woman that walked into my office, because I called you from work, and I said, today I have hope. I'm going to get emotional. So I said, today I have hope. And I had felt so hopeless. And for the first time I felt hope, because you said, well, you can reverse that. And I thought, reverse? That's not what I was told. I was told this is forever and you'll always suffer from this and you'll have to deal with it. And then you said, no, you don't. Said you are plain as day. You're going to have to do it. In other words, you can't go on the fence. You can't, like, one day I'm going to do this and next day I'm going to do that. If you want something to really work, you're going to have to stick with it. And it's a very powerful thing. A plant-based diet is very powerful. And one day at work, this fellow I work with said, I work in a dialysis unit, he said, get on the scale. Your pants are getting really loose and they don't look so good. And he's very into fashion. So I said, well, I think maybe I've lost 5 pounds, 6 pounds. He said, get on the scale, because something, and these are really accurate scales because dialysis patients get weighed every day when they come in and when they leave. So I got on there and my eyes popped open because I was 20 pounds less. And I had lost that in a period of, I think, 3 months. And it was, and I wasn't exercising. I wasn't doing anything but eating really good plant-based, wholesome meals. The pounds just kept coming off. I started going back to my doctor. So my doctor said, you don't need to test anymore. You're not diabetic anymore. How do you explain to somebody what it's like when your doctor turns to you and says, you are no longer a diabetic. You have reversed your diabetes, when I have heard people over and over say to me, you can't do that. When you get a diagnosis of diabetes, you have it for the rest of your life. Well, guess what? I don't. I exercise for the inside of my body so that my triglycerides, which are 39, which is really low, I do it for that and to keep my HDL high. Keep me in my skinny jeans, which is sort of a, I don't want to tell anybody that was really the best part of everything, but I mean, it's really great to have reverse diabetes, but it's also great to get into a much smaller pants.